All right, let's take a look at this Tracer play and see if I can find any tips that are useful to you in your Tracer gameplay. I just for the record, I'm a support player. I'm not a Tracer player. But I like to do coaching. I like to analyze gameplay a lot, so I'll see if I can figure anything out for you. I mean, you know, you'll know if I say something sus and weird, but you know, maybe I find something. We'll see. Yeah. So you got Widow. They got Widow. They got Hanzo. That's gonna be rough for your Widow potentially. They got Sigma. You have Rom. So your Rom kind of wants to bait the Sigma forward, so that he's a little overextended and kind of invites the enemy team to walk a little bit too far so he can actually pull out the muscles and punch into the back line. Be kind of ideal. He doesn't actually want to play the attrition war against the Sigma. So it makes sense if your ROM isn't going to just stick here and hold here forever. That makes sense to me if that's what's going on. Okay. He's kind of like backing off immediately to the Sigma. Sigma throws a shield up here at the Widow, so Widow's just gonna kind of like back off of the angle a little bit. And generally, it's like it's hard for you to make any like really dangerous peaks. So what this kind of looks like is really passive, but I just kind of understand. You know, I get it. As much as you would like to be at an angle against the enemy team, like yeah, damn, you just lost the Widow here. That's kind of unfortunate. Unfortunate. Be nice if you get the trade though. That'd be kind of cool. I'm not really sure how you feel about potentially blinking into this room and seeing if you can find a duel. Like you saw the Hanzo aiming at you, and you decided to just kind of like blink back main. The only other option would have been to like blink through this room here and try to take a duel. That is pretty dangerous though. Here, this is like playing for your life more, knowing that you're down the Widow and they just have sight lines. It's kind of scary. I get it. So that's understandable. Unfortunately, this has been pretty passive. And their Widow gets the shot on you. That sucks. Unfortunate. Yeah, they're just kind of playing the long-range heroes on the long-range map. Their comp makes a lot more sense for the map, aside from the Lucio. The Lucio's really, really fucking weird. Really, really bad pick on that Lucio, in my opinion. But, you know, it is what it is. Your side, you have the Widow. Your Widow goes down. Or no, sorry. Yeah, your Widow goes down. Your Moira's down. Yeah. So there's a world where like you go for like a blink recall play on the backline here, but I mean like your ROM doesn't have momentum and your team is down 2. It's 3v5, so this is kind of rough. Yeah, there's like a little mega room here down to play with, which you could kind of play with here potentially, just to kind of turn some attention and maybe take some pressure off this ROM, because I feel like this ROM's just gonna fucking die, right? Like he's got this carry, but like who gives a shit, right? This ROM's like giga dead. We'll see what happens. He's pulling out the muscles just because he has to. It's not that he actually has a play on anyone. He's kind of like punching the Hanzo, but he's just so dead. Yeah, he's just super dead. Okay. And so you don't want to C9, so you probably have to touch. Yeah, so you go for the touch here. Your Widow picks up the kill here, and that's kind of big too. The moment you had to touch the cart, it's kind of nice that your Widow picked their Widow, because that's a big threat, right? You're just down here. Getting shot once by the Widow is pretty scary. Your Moira is able to touch is kind of nice, so then you get to pick up the skill on the Ana maybe. Nice, we do get to pick on the Ana, that's huge. And your Moira kills the Hanzo, that's huge. And so now you can be really aggressive. You're getting your returns. Your team is here. You can start making sure that you get these staggers. Damn. L. We caught the Widow though. I feel like that Lucio probably shouldn't have been able to get out. I don't think this doesn't make sense. You shouldn't be here. You should walk forward. Yeah, the cart doesn't go back faster just because you're sitting on it. If I were to make a recommendation here, I think that being inside this room is best. Sitting at the corner, and by sitting I mean actually the emote sit, because then you can use third-person camera to see when they're coming, and you get all the information you need, as though kind of like you were a ball or something like that. You get that third-person perspective. to like just sit here and wait for the enemy team. And as soon as the enemy team gets far enough forward to where like the Sigma is trying to contest this corner here, then I would be trying to make plays on the back line, right? Because if you can start turning their attention, that like invites your Ramattra, that creates space for your Ramattra, so your Ramattra can pull out the muscles and start punching forward. I don't know if you think of Tracer as a hero that creates space, kind of like a tank, but like honestly, in this team comp, you are the hero that can make the most space than anyone else. Aside from your Widow getting a pick on the enemy Widow in the neutral, which then kind of creates a lot of space just with their sight line. The whole enemy team has to respect that. In the neutral though, before that pick happens, like if you can just like exist back here and start like turning heads and make like an aggressive recall play, that creates quite a lot of space, especially if then it's captured by your Ramattra. So yeah. Playing right here just seems passive in comparison. So yeah, your cure code goes down and now your team is just giving up space. Unfortunate. We're playing like really passive at this point, unfortunately. Because they kind of have to. They're going to go for the nano, the lift, but they're also feeding. Okay, and so we can maybe get a play here on the Hanzo. Oh, huge. Okay, so we got a couple of good picks. They use beat. Beat's just bullshit though because they've already lost the fight. They're 2 down. We could kill this guy. That'd be nice. Be nifty. Good recall. We pick this kill up. Do not let her get many. It's big. It's big. Nice. L Sigma. Yeah. Your team got some nice picks there. That was nice. You do seem kind of lost here, like you don't really know where the next fight's going to happen. Definitely put in your mind kind of thinking about like scope of fight. Where is the next fight going to happen? And generally speaking, it looks like your team is starting to like take up into this high ground again. I can imagine there's no way that your Ramattra continues to hold this position. Your Ramattra wants to play here, wants to bait the enemy team forward if they're going to be playing that Sigma comp, which actually they just swapped. Okay, they're on Monkey. A little bit different. Okay, we'll see kind of how he wants to play around the Monkey. He still does, you know, obviously he does not want to be punching the enemy tank, right? If he's punching the enemy tank's winning. He wants to be punching literally anyone else, honestly. So he still kind of wants to bait the enemy team forward enough that he can start pulling out the muscles, walking forward, and start aiming pummels at the enemy squishies, which means that you're probably going to play this corner, wait for them to walk forward a little bit, and then kind of push in a little bit. So we'll kind of see how you play it. Let's kind of see how I like this. This is really good. This is kind of like playing at that off angle. And this is like where you can sort of afford to do so too. It's kind of a good middle ground, right? Because like if your ROM was holding up here and kind of like backing up because like that's sort of the ROM play, then I don't think I would like to be like this deep on the flank. Like this seems a little too much because if you had to get back to your team, that's like more than 3 blinks away. So it's a little sketchy. But I like this. This is actually kind of nice. I really like that. That's creative. I like that. So yeah, I mean, I like that. I like that. Let's see how you do it. You got the pulse bomb ready. It's big. He's so low, actually. Damn, if he didn't have that bubble there, you could just kind of like snipe that little kill. He's gonna get healed up though. He is in. This is good. Nice. That's huge, dude. Nice. We pick up that one as well. The pummel comes in hot. That's 2 kills up for us. You push that guy, right? All right. We don't have blinks, we don't have recall, so we're going to play safe for a second. I respect it. It's fine. Recall coming back. So we can start thinking about maybe kind of making a play, start staging up for a play. I'm kind of going back up here. I like it. I like it. Monkey just kind of, like, when he does that jump thing, I don't know if you're a tank player or not. When he does this jump thing, just comes right back down. All he does that for is so he can ping someone. He's just trying to get info. So he doesn't have jump. Yeah, he's just trying to get some info right now. He's trying to scout. I like this. You know, like the next step for what Monkey wants to do right now, like the next thing he wants to do, as soon as he gets his bubble back, he wants to jump up to this corner and just play like an imposing presence, right? And so this is like the next phase of what he wants to do. The next thing he does is right here, and I like that you're kind of ready for that. You're like sitting right here, ready to like make him feel like maybe that's not such a safe play for him. And also, I like that when you're sitting right here, I like that if anyone like pushes this high ground, you're just like 2 blinks away from starting to like go right up in their shit. And so kind of like that. I do like what I'm seeing here. That's good. That's good. Yeah. You instantly make him regret jumping up to this what looked like pretty good space. And this is fine. Although like I also feel like staying sort of where you were potentially also good, because like now you kind of like swung your angle wide a little bit, and this Hanzo can now, not Hanzo, where the fuck did they still have Hanzo? Yeah, where did the Hanzo go? Am I blind? There he is. Yeah, this Hanzo, if he was like swung wide over here, he could like see you down the bottom of the stairs. And so it's a little bit, I feel like that's a little bit risky, whereas he can't see you at all if you're just like right here kind of continuing to shoot at him. That you could get that kill. That could be a big kill on the monkey. Okay, we turned towards the Hanzo because he was also a viable kill. And so the synchronized pressure of you shooting from the back and the pummel from the front enables you to kill the Hanzo even through the Kiriko healing, so that's good. That's fine. I don't fault you for that one. I'd still be like looking at this guy. This guy's still low. I mean, you can kind of see. He's super duper low. He's like 100 HP. Let's see. He is at 113 HP. Like that's super killable. And I think that kill is worth more than like going for these supports right now. You definitely should have the bloodlust of looking like, what can I kill? Monkey right now. Monkey. Now he's just healed up, so it's a little worse. So yeah, the next phase of his push is going to be like right up here, right? The whole idea of this monkey is he just wants to create an imposing presence. Right, and then he wants to regroup his cooldowns, and as long as he has a bubble, then he can make a play. If he doesn't have bubble, then he can't make a play. And he just wants to like fall on top of the enemy team, get him cleave, and then like jump back if he needs to, or he can stick around a little longer with bubble and then jump back. It's pretty safe for him because that's kind of how the monkey be doing the thing. If he actually makes a presence up here without having to use bubble and like retains all his cooldowns, then your team, you're going to notice your whole team, they're going to start naturally just like falling back to this corner. Like they're going to start giving up space because of it. So I still would like to like challenge him up there. All right. Yeah. So here he is. Here he is. He's low on armor though, which is kind of a W. Like I do like where your Widow's positioned to like kind of check him on that. That's kind of nice. So if you can deplete him of all his armor, that's big, because then he's kind of forced to drop that bubble up here. And if he has to play a defensive bubble, then you're kind of, that's kind of a W. You're kind of up in the team fight. Ah, see, that's pretty big. One good saying with Monkey is no bubble, no play, right? So if he wants to make a play, he would have to do it without bubble. Now, he does a primal almost. So he could go for a play here, and I wouldn't be surprised if he does. Just because he's so close to primal that the bubble doesn't matter. The lack of bubble, I should say, doesn't matter. So we'll see how he does that. The bubble kind of opens up space for his team to take that bridge. So you know that bridge is going to be hot, by the way. All right, so he does make the play out there. The dragon arrow comes through. He's ready to pop primal whenever. We're on the Lucio. He's the target. He's a great target right now because number 1, he's feeding. Number 2, he's a possible kill. So yeah, definitely W play. Huge. And the skill orb gets the Ash. Got him. It's so good. Huge stick. Nice. I love your target priority here. It's good. Nice, yeah. And you don't see Moira getting a whole lot of value too much, but seeing her, especially on this map, is pretty weird. She kind of got a lot of value this map, actually. Oddly enough. Pretty funny.
I've got a good feeling. This could be our best.
I think they might have fixed that audio glitch finally. That's nice to see. But, you know, the audio glitch on the replay viewer? It would make like a loud ass sound. I think they fixed that. That's good. Okay. So, as your team approaches this one, I would like to see, like, obviously, the last thing I want to see is you kind of like standing behind your Ramatra and just kind of like spamming angles from here. I would love to see like this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle, right? Like all these little angles behind them and just like constantly being like a pain in the ass is sort of like kind of what I'm looking for. Okay. You start off with this one. Okay. I don't mind this. This is a little bit of an off angle, kind of a scary one, just kind of given like the angles they have here, right? These angles looking a little bit scary. So I would not fault you to rotate this like pretty much immediately. Either you're going to go over here or you're going to immediately chuck yourself over here. If you have the game sense and mental map to realize that this is pretty much uncontested to the side over here, then this is money right now because he's got out the muscles and Sigma's already low. If you go right here and start pressuring from the side, then he's got multiple angles of aggression against him and he probably falls here. He backs up. We're going to kind of go to the right side. Okay. And in the time you walk to the right side, he already walked to the left, right? And so he's already over here. And he's ready to magnate you if you try to take the space. I think that's why he's standing here. I think he's like, he just doesn't want you to claim this for free. He noticed that like no one else has a space. And L, Life Reaper. Oh man. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Ooh, if we can kill the Sigma here, it's huge. I like the turret's down. That's nice. That means you can kind of start making a play. I like to see you kind of get some bloodlust on the back there. Make a play. Ooh, they're so low. Oh, dude. I like this. This is good. I almost would want to have seen you do this a little earlier. The turret's back. Unfortunate. The BAF's behind you. That's really scary. Okay. Okay, your Widow's down. Their cast is down. He already used lamp, so this is big. This is easy. This is just food. Nice. You should be able to get this kill. Sucks that you died there. Unfortunate, the turret. It's looking good for you, though. Moira's just kind of like dubbing on him. That's kind of nice. I don't mind this. Nice. Back a second. I'm gonna take a look. Okay, so we got like this angle to the side over here, like this. I know it's kind of greedy, but I wouldn't have minded seeing an angle like over here. Like a blink to this direction would have been like, honestly, kind of based. Because this is so close to winning that if like any amount you pull their attention in this direction is just massive value, right? But your choice instead was to blink in this direction. So now what you've done is you've turned the attention of both their hit scans towards your team when you could have turned them the other direction. And like, yeah, you can kind of see why that's obviously, I don't think the optimal play. Yeah, because now the soldier just has clear sights, so not as good. It's especially important here. You turn the Baptiste attention more than anything else, because like this guy dies without the Baptiste, and that wins the game. Just C9s anyway. Okay, cool. Anyway, I hope that was a little bit helpful, maybe a little bit enlightening. Overall, not too bad, but definitely I think you've got, if this game is any indication, it looks like you've still got some room to grow, room to like continue winning games, especially if you're still on a positive win rate. I mean, just keep getting that SR, and I think you'll get to master. Or sorry, you'll get to GM in like no time. All right, hope it was helpful, and have a good day.